Welcome on in, citizens of Dominion, to the new world that is 2022. Hope you're enjoying your New Year's Day, and thank you for spending a little bit of time with us from day one. As always, let's grab the mailbag first. See what we have waiting for us there. Nothing really of any great significance. Do get a key. The Guild War result, there is the prizes. 200 bronzes, 150 silvers, and 60 glorious golds, with the other 20 for the win, and the arena award. As we go into our daily quests, since we're just about full energy, we ain't going to touch that at the moment. Let's start around the tasks. Starting with Monsieur Outlands, if Nexters wants to work with us. Come on, Nexters. Of course, coming up in today's episode, we will have the continuing story of Winterfest 2022, the next segment of that. We also will have the opening of the Letter to Winter clause, which, providing that everything works the way it's supposed to, should be probably a little anticlimactic. But we will see on that. We also do have Idiot Sovereign Citizens in court, again with our good friend Mike. Waiting on tap there for that. And of course, Art Bell's Midnight in the Desert will be along with us in the overnight in part 3, as usual. Okay. There is our 3 chests of the Outland. Now to the Goodyear Blimp. Okay. Nothing there, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Alrighty. Let's find a task we need. Asteros. Trini. Means we need some desert blades. So let's start with the Monolith of Pain. And some idiot is knocking outside. So as the fight goes, I'm going to leave you with our first court appearance of part 2, just in case I do get stuck in whatever the heck's going on out there. Today we have William, sorry, what is this? Well, I know his last name is Purdue, even though he likes to be known as something completely different. His first appearance in front of Judge Middleton in Michigan about what basically amounts to just a few traffic tickets. And the old situation is, how stupid can one be? Well, today's idiot is about to show us just how stupid one person can actually be. Let me get another fight started real quick so I can run out to find out what the heck's going on out there. So that way you guys have some content while I'm taking care of that.
Mr. Marley, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, this is file 21213ST. It's entitled People versus Samuel R. Perdue, who refers to himself as Samir Siraj Maro Bey.
Hi, Samir Siraj Maro Bey.
His mother named him Samuel R. Perdue. Mr. Perdue, you got another ticket for driving with a suspended license. Second offense, that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. You're also charged with speeding. I'm assuming you're going to plead not guilty to both of those?
No, of course not. I'm innocent, and my name is not Mr. Perdue, so I would appreciate if you didn't call me Mr. Perdue.
And we're off.
Piss off the judge for you.
All right. Well,
Mr.
Morrow, let me tell you this. Stop. Yeah, you're from some alternate universe where you don't have to obey the laws of
No,
the
you
state.
don't respect the law, sir.
Stop. If you drive again here in St. Joe County, I'm going to set your butt at $8,000.
And also,
I'm going to
lie to you. You see this? Are you looking? I was forced to get this license. I don't want it, but as you can see, your officer is a liar.
Well, what's the name on that? Is that Sandra Perdue or Mr. Morrow Bay?
Well, I'm forced to do this. Anything I do with y'all is under threat, duress, and coercion.
So you have...
Brilliant. You figured out the whole scheme. If you break the law, it has consequences.
Every time I travel, clearly,
all right, you have
your commercial mercenaries keep pulling me over.
You have a driver's license?
Because your commercial mercenaries continue to pull me over, and they won't leave me alone.
Well, stop driving. At least stay out of...
I don't drive. I travel.
All right. Traveling is one thing. Driving is another. You can travel all you want. All right, but let me make this
That's
clear.
What I'm doing, and they won't let me travel. They won't let me travel on my own land. And you're violating the law, and you know it. Violating the law.
Well, one of us is.
He's definitely violating the law. And anybody who needs to know anything about the law,
slow down for a minute. That license you held up, is it a valid Michigan driver's license?
Is it a valid Michigan driver's license? I was forced to go to your Secretary of State because you guys won't let me travel on my own land.
Yeah, we're all forced to go to the Secretary of State. And, by the way, it's not your land.
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or the dogs get it.
That's as valid as it is. What's really valid is my nationality that you keep denying. So you deny me due process and you know it.
Well, you haven't been convicted of anything yet. I'm just telling you, if you continue to keep driving on some cockamamie thing, you're behind the wheel of a car. Give me this BS about traveling versus driving. I'm just telling you right now, you heard it here. You drive again in St. Joseph County and you get another ticket, I'm going to set a very high bond. You can sit in jail for 28 days until we sort this out.
The refreshing vibes of common sense.
You're presumed to be innocent of the charges that you're charged with, and you've exercised your constitutional right to plead not guilty.
No, I didn't plead not guilty. You said that. I said I'm innocent.
All right, fair enough.
Which is the same thing. Shut up, sir. Mike, sorry about the delay. I'm back with you.
We set this for a last free trial.
North America is my domicile. You can send whatever information you want to that address. That's fine.
All right.
I love that attorney.
Him, which is after that horrible response he gave.
So any judge who does not comply with this oath of office to the Constitution of the United States wars against the Constitution and engages in acts.
All right, I'm going to mute your microphone. I don't want to hear this crazy.
Thank you, Mike, Judge.
Nonsensical thing. I'm setting you for a last pretrial. We'll pick a date and I'll send it to you in the mail. I don't expect it'll settle the case. You already have one case set for a jury trial. We'll probably set both of these for a jury trial.
Oh boy. He actually made it a jury demand. That's going to be a mess.
Yeah, it will be, Mike.
I will give you credit. You always log in a timely manner, which I appreciate. I'll give you a new notice. It'll be on a Thursday afternoon. We're gonna skip the regular pretrial and just go right to the last pretrial. I expect it to be set for a jury trial. All I'm telling you is stop driving, and stop St. John County. All right, sir, you're good to go.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and take a break from the fun there for a moment. Mike, stand by. I just got some stuff I got to handle, and we'll be back for more of the Purdue story. Let's first hit to today's piece of the Winterfest 2021 story. Well, now technically 2022 story. Remember, as of yesterday, Isaac wanted to make Chaba a full-time permanent tree, and Iris was giddy to have new heroes to help. Totally laid a smacketh down on the Archdemon. That is where we left the story yesterday. So let's see where the story picks up tonight. People of Dominion, I'd like to start with the most urgent news. The Archdemon and the minions have been stripped of their cursed relics. The stolen gifts have been located and retrieved. They are now being distributed by the Dominion's secret festive service. Okay, really? Veteran sorcerers and elves are helping to deliver the gifts in short order. The people are no longer in danger. The streets are safe once more. Enjoy your holiday. The heroes of Dominion wish everyone a Merry Winterfest. We hope the new year brings you success and happiness. Share all your joy with your loved ones. May luck and prosperity be your constant companions in the whole new year. Okay, so that was an anticlimactic piece of our story, but you do get 10 Maya skin stones as a result. And while we're in here, let's see what presents have befallen down our pretty chimney. Alright, so we have 5. We start with 5 more of the artifact seal chest. Also from Windy, 26 big money black balls, 250 coin. From Fire Baby, 500 of the essence coins. And from Hitomi, some Titan potion. Alrighty, let's see what we have on the old decorations. Send 1,000 baubles in. We'll keep the 500 for now, just in case we do not earn any others, to have tomorrow's little gifty poo. Alrighty. Let's see if we can find ourselves a quick fight. While we're looking, Mike, if you're still there? Not? Yes? Okay, good. Let's go to another round of Mr. Purdue, aka I'm a fucking idiot, Morrow Bay. AKA, boy, why does he have to be a fucking moron? Moron Bay.
Hi, this is Attorney Mike.
No, shush, I said, give me a moment, Mike. Alright, I'll try this fight while we queue up our next piece. Let's get that fight rocking. And again, we're in Middleton's courtroom. Do we have them? And I'm scrolling through it.
The record, we're recording nothing. I've got the live feed still on, but and then with Jordan and Amanda Watson, doesn't look like that's going to be resolved.
Alright, so actually we're going to skip this one because I just scrolled through it. I believe that's the one where he was supposed to appear but never did. And since he never did, there's really nothing for us to go through, Mike, on that one. If you don't mind if I do. Alright, here we go again.
Preferred name, Mr. Morrow Bay. This is Judge Middleton. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can.
All right, we're waiting just a bit for the prosecutor to log in.
Understood.
Mr. Perdue, we are live. Well, even though we're not doing anything here, we're live on YouTube and live on the Zoom platform. As soon as Casey Johnson, who prosecutor, comes in, we'll conduct our business.
Alright, I'm going to stop here real second. For those of you in Dominion, you can't see the actual proceeding. But since the pandemic, a lot of folks have not had to go into actual courtrooms to have their court cases adjudicated. Morrow Bay, or Mr. Perdue, has been in court many times for not driving without a license, speeding while driving, many of those kind of infractions. And our moron de jour, oh, by the way, we have a new arena record. 53 medals. Nice. Emeralds. He's here. Let me see what the heck that message is. Or it's just going to keep chiming. Oh, just letting me know how I had dinner earlier tonight. The debit card that sends a message going, you got to charge. Yes, I know. He's appearing in Zoom court today, sitting in the driver's seat of a car. When he's there in court because he's been illegally driving without a license several times. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. While we have the mute real quick, let's go to special events. So you see we got several red dots. So we'll take our arena bauble. The new Winter's Tale. Top 1,000 in the gift receiving category. Top 1,000 in the gift giving. And there's the first time login. And here we go. If this is what we expect it to be, it should be the spear that'll come out of the bag. After we open this one up, I'm going to let you know what I actually got over in the other server, the Kraken server. Here we go. And there it is, the spear in question. So click on it, I believe. Yep, and there it is. Oh, it just stays there. Okay. So there it is, the one. Assuming it now disappears since it's been claimed from the list. Yeah, okay. So now it will disappear from the list. But now I have the one spear, and we'll actually go here in consumables. And there it is. The Lesser Elemental Spirit Summoning Spear contains a elemental spirit totem once you open it. But we don't have any rush to have to open it, so we'll just leave it there. What I got on the Kraken server, over there I chose the Spear, the Super Titan Chest, and Cleave Daddy. The bottom three, the same three that I had here. What I got over there, and I will admit it actually shocked me that I got it, is, come on, Nexters, do not we? Right there. I got him. That's who I pulled. I got Cleave Daddy over on the other server for the letter to Winter Claus. Note, once you do get him, he automatically is 6-starred, like there. That is automatic. You do, however, have to put the experience through potions or having him fight. And you also do have to rank him up from black to green to blue to purple to orange to red. That you still have to do on your own. Once that happens, this message goes away, and it now says grand prize 50,000 soul stones. Soul coins, sorry. And of course, those are the coins that would work here in the soul shop. So 50,000 would be enough to get you 50 jets or to purchase whatever you want. So in other words, that Hero chest definitely goes down in value once you have Cleaver out of it. Okay, so with that said, let's go back to Judge Middleton's courtroom with Mr. Perdue, aka I want to believe I'm Mr. Bay.
Okay, so like I said, we've got our old friend Judge Middleton. He first appeared in Sovereign Citizens in court number 11.
Okay, stop touting your own shows, Mike. We're just talking about the idiot today.
It's Mara Obey, who also appeared in Sovereign Citizens in court
Again,
number...
stop touting.
That's not my name.
Well, I know you're known to the Secretary of State by your birth name, but you prefer to be known as Samir Siraj Maro Bey. And
National Atlanta.
I listened to this 3 times. It sounds like he's saying he's on National Atlanta. I know that's not what he means. But, you know, I'm not interested in indulging him in his fake name or his fake nationality.
Agreed.
My nationality. But I thought, did you take an oath to this?
did
To
I?
uphold the Constitution? Yeah, to uphold the Constitution.
Oh, yes.
And the treaties.
I don't know about
In the
treaties.
Reebies?
Those are federal. This is state law.
Can I have the Reebies?
I shouldn't even be here. I should be somewhere federal. I should be in a federal courtroom, and you still haven't provided any delegation of authority order.
Well, wait a minute till the prosecutor gets here and you can go through.
This is why I like Middleton. He's just so calm about it. You can exchange pleasantries and say, hey, we're waiting for the prosecutor, but now he's jumping into his crazy arguments. And Middleton's only response is
Like, shut up.
one, which is, yes, this is crazy, but it's also ex parte and crazy at this moment.
Hi, this is Frankie with the Sovereign Citizen Patrol.
And by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, ex parte means without one of the members of, aka one of the attorneys present. So therefore would be definitely a no-no.
Stuff on each previous case.
I know, and I'm still waiting for my delegation of authority order. I'm still waiting. I never got it in the mail.
You're going to keep waiting.
That's Article 3, Section 2.
You don't even know what the hell that is.
You know it.
Shut up. And that's level 4.
I shouldn't be here.
You could fix that.
We now will start getting purple items. Yes, Middleton, very good.
Love it.
And then
But isn't driving a commercial terminology?
No.
No.
It's
In
not.
your universe, maybe it is, but in this one, it's covered by Michigan Motor Vehicle Code.
Yep, it sure is.
Correct.
What about Black's Law Dictionary?
Oh, shut up.
Does that not
Well, as
count?
far as I know, that doesn't control Michigan traffic legislation.
Also correct.
And as far as I know,
But what would an experienced Michigan judge know about Michigan law?
you can't make up rules to undermine the Constitution, and no matter what rules or codes you make up, it doesn't supersede the law.
Here comes Mr. Johnson. I don't disagree with that. One of us keeps making up rules, but I don't think it's me.
Good answer.
Oh, yes, the understatement of the day.
Mr. Johnson?
I'm pretty sure it is.
All right, well, let me call the case.
Let me call the case so you can be an
This
idiot.
is file 21213ST. The actual title on the ticket is People versus Samuel Rufus Perdue. The defendant is here. He prefers to be known as Samir Siraj Maro Bey. I don't think he ever lawfully changed his name, but he goes by that name, and he has every time he's been here. He's charged once again with driving suspended second offense. It's alleged that on or about January 31st, he was operating a vehicle here in St. Joseph County while his license was suspended. He also got a ticket for speeding, so he tends to go too fast, always doesn't have insurance, and he doesn't have a license. He has two previous cases already pending. File 202073 is a driving suspended charge from September 17th. You like that one so much, you got another one on November 25th.
You like that one, you got another one.
That's file 2026653. Mr. Marley has a different view of the law. He wants to represent himself, which I've allowed, and we had agreed to set those two earlier cases for jury trial. As we discussed earlier, sir, I can't do a jury.
Wait, what?
I said, I'm sorry, I can't represent myself. I am who I am.
I really do like Judge Middleton, but I would have taken this opportunity and say, you know what? I agree. I'm going to appoint the public defender for you.
Yeah, you're out.
But you don't wish to have a lawyer, is that correct?
Oh, no, I don't need one.
All right.
Yeah, you do, sir.
Now you have your third driving suspended charge, and I told you the last time, if you did another one of these, I was going to set a bond, but I'm not going to. Let me tell you this right now.
I'm a traveler, not a driver.
Oh.
For the record.
We're all trappers in this universe.
Mute him.
At any rate, you haven't been convicted of anything. You've been accused 3 times, but you do not have lawful authority to drive in Michigan. If you drive again in St. Joe County, I'm going to set a bond, and you'll either post it or sit in jail while we await the ability to try your case. I can only leave you in jail for 28 days. But am I understanding once again, sir, you wish to have a jury trial in this matter?
For my national peers.
Oh.
I'm a national of the land. And you still haven't proven jurisdiction. I challenged jurisdiction a long time ago, and it's never been proven. And I'm still waiting. All right. I had that discussion with a guy that was in jail once. I said, well, you're in jail. I guess you're in my jurisdiction. Let me tell you this. My jurisdiction is St. Joe County, and stop driving in it. I'm a traveler by law. And I've already sent you paperwork, and you never responded.
Yep, Mr. Perdue, you make the same horrible arguments every time.
And you're still stupid every time, sir.
Well, because I'm not required to respond to it, you've got a skewed view of things. If this was this easy, everybody would declare themselves their own country, and everybody could do whatever they wanted to. Rules only apply to you.
No.
The rest of us
Yes.
are stuck complying with the law. So let's just figure out who the witnesses are, and we'll also set this for a jury.
Shut up,
Casey,
sir.
who have you got for witnesses? Just a second, Judge. I'm sorry. I had his other files open.
Only here special appearance, only because I have to. Because if I don't be here, you're gonna see your criminals to come get me if I'm not here. So I'm only here under threat, duress, and coercion.
Well,
Just to
and
put
you're,
that out there.
you're sitting in the driver's seat of your car.
Oh, the judge pointed it out.
Because
The judge pointed out what I was mentioned ahead of time. He's sitting in the driver's seat.
What's the witnesses?
You're sitting in the damn driver's seat at the hearing for multiple offenses of driving without a license.
Judge pointed it out.
That's it. Oh, the police, the so-called police officer who pulled me over is a witness also?
And a certified driver.
No shit, he
Isn't
was.
that a conflict of interest right there?
No.
No.
He work for the court.
He doesn't work for the court. The court's in the judicial branch. He's in the executive branch. Plus, you keep driving too fast. So you're a traveler. You get to travel whatever speed you feel like. You don't have to have insurance, and you can do what you want. All right. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna set this on the jury list with the other two cases. Now, let me say this again. If you drive again and you get another citation, I'm gonna set a $1,000 cash bond, and you can sit in jail. So
How about $1 million?
to stay out of St. Joseph County.
So you do realize
you're already driving there. So I'm gonna mute your microphone.
Yay.
And, I'll set this for
I love it. I love him muting his mic like he should, and I'd really like to know when this jury trial is. I got half a mind to go over there. It's not that far from Chicago, and just watch this whole thing go down.
For a,
Let me know. I'll join you.
Trial on a date to be determined. All right, that completes
so
that. Right?
to convert a liberty into a privilege, license it, and attach a fee to it, right? You do know that, right?
I don't make the law. I just try to.
And we muted him again.
All right, we'll set this for jury trial the next day.
Your statutes and your codes are not the law.
That's an argument that has no end. We could.
What he's doing, by the way, just so you know, the judge mutes him, so he immediately disconnects from the Zoom call, then reconnects, and Zoom does not remember that he was muted. So therefore you can speak again and gets around the judge's muting.
If we live to be 112, we could continue to have this argument. He wants a jury trial, he's entitled to have one, and we'll get there when we can get there. All right. Mr. Kaufman, I'll be with you in just a moment.
Don't worry, Mr. Perdue will be back. I believe he comes back in about 5. Oh, there he is. He was frozen. Oh, there he is again.
Mr. Perdue, you're good to go. We'll set this for jury trial with your.
My name is Samir Bey. I thought I already told you that.
Sometime, yeah, you told me that. All right, thank you. I'll be in
You don't
touch.
respect the law. You're a criminal.
Well,
just told the judge that he's a criminal. Mike, if you ever did that, I think you'd be in jail, wouldn't you? He's nodding profusely, ladies and gentlemen.
This is Attorney Mike.
No, it's not. Shut up. All right, level 16. All right, we got our next appearance of Mr. Perdue, aka Morrow Idiot. Here we go.
Here we go. Watch here as Attorney Reed declines the opportunity to leave because he just wants to see this go down.
Mr. Reed, I apologize. Why don't you go over to
You're good.
If you've got some.
You're fine, Judge.
You're fine. I want to watch this.
The struggle.
He
And
wants
the
to
rest
see
of
the
you,
sovereign
thank you for
citizen
your
train
patience.
wreck.
Yeah, I want to
We're
see this,
bringing
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Hart
I'm
on
fine.
these
I have nowhere to
Mr.
go. I have no
McNair,
other
I know
case
you're
to do.
there, so stay with me.
I like that. You're free to go, lawyer. No, I want to stay.
There's Mr. Purdue sitting down right now
Penny
with the white
and
mask.
Holly Morgan is here. All right, we got quite a few cases left to do. I'm going to stop the record and restart it here for a moment.
That's a recording device. A lot of smaller ones will do instead of like a court stenographer.
We make a record on some cases. Deborah Davis is here from the prosecutor's office. Samuel R. Purdue, who also is known as Samir Morrow Bay, is here today. He has 3 separate driving suspended charges scheduled for jury trial. File 21213 ST alleges driving suspended second offense on January 31st, 2021 here in St. Joseph County. File 202073 alleges driving suspended on September 17th here in St. Joseph County. I think there may be a speeding charge with that. File 202653 also charges driving suspended second offense and forgery and speeding. All those matters were scheduled for jury trial today, November 10th.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Mr. Morrow Bay wishes to represent himself on these matters. He has a perspective on the Michigan Motor Vehicle Code that disagrees with the state's version of it, but he didn't want an attorney and didn't wish to have representation. He wanted to represent himself in all of these matters. So we treated him like an attorney. We set the matter for a final pretrial to prepare for jury trial, and he didn't show up. So there are presently 3 arrest warrants for Mr. Morrow Bay's arrest for failing to appear for duly scheduled last pretrials about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is interesting. I did a live stream on this. I think it's called Bench Warrant for Mr. Purdue. I'll put links to that in the description below. But he had a court appearance, didn't show up, issued bench warrants, and it's interesting. I'm still not sure if he got picked up on a warrant or actually just appeared for his case, which was set for trial today.
We don't show up on the morning of trial with a basket full of papers and inconvenience 30 to 50 jurors who have to come in and hear your case and several witnesses without preparing for it. So we scheduled a pretrial conference and you didn't show up. So I've called off the jurors for today, and the prosecutor has called off all the witnesses. And there are currently 3 separate warrants for your arrest for failing to appear. But you're here now.
I think I was unaware.
We sent that to the address that you gave us. And if you're representing yourself, you need to act like you're representing yourself. We sent you duly notice to your Sage Street address.
And I'm almost certain that they gave the date in the prior hearing where he was there.
Yeah, they did.
The same notice you got for this.
I don't live there anymore, and I can't represent myself. I am myself.
All right, well, I'm not clairvoyant. I don't know that you moved. So, Mr. McNair, you're driving me crazy. I'm going to put you in the waiting room. You're walking all over the place and flashing the screen.
That's just an individual for a later case.
Sideways and upside down. So I'll be with you in a bit. Don't go away. Yes, that's your position. Then you're not doing a very good job of it because you didn't tell me where you lived. You didn't show up for a pretrial where we prepared for this. Now you come rolling in with a hat on the morning that your 30 or 40 jurors are supposed to be here. That's not a very good way to do business.
Or at all.
It's my religious headdress. I'm a Moorish American national.
You're a moronish American national? I could believe that a lot more than the Mormish. American national that you wish to contend. So if you want to believe you're moronish, okay, I'll give that to you. Mike, stop giving me the stink eye.
All right.
This jurisdiction to begin with.
Ms. Davis is here.
I'm still waiting for
On behalf of the prosecutor's office. Ms. Davis, do you have any thought on this?
Your Honor, I would ask that he be held in contempt for failing to appear at the last pretrial. I would also ask that an order enter regarding discovery if all of these items that he's holding on to are intended to be used as exhibits at the trial. I would like to have copies of those so that we can be prepared. Also, I'd like to have our motion for joinder of the cases heard so we can settle that matter.
All right, just a little legal deal. Joinder of the cases basically means that the prosecuting office wants to take all three court cases and combine them into one kind of like big super case. So that therefore you don't have to have three separate juries, three separate trials, and that just it'd be one and done.
Prior to choosing the jury, having another date set.
Right in the middle of my busy arraignment morning when I have 14 people waiting to be arraigned, that probably work out too good. But it's all on him. He didn't show up. He also got notice of your motion. Mr. Marl Bay, do you have documents that you were going to present as part of your defense?
I mean, I mailed in documents and I never got a response.
Oh, please.
Well, did you have
That was my line, Mike.
Do you have some you wish to present?
Well, I mailed in an affidavit to you more than once. And this is also my.
I mailed an affidavit to you more than once. Well, you see, if you're representing yourself, that's not how it works. I mean,
You
we
know
all
that's
this.
not
First
how to
of
do
all, I
service.
really doubt it. But second of all, his affidavit is pointless. It's not going to help anything. But if you actually wanted to have documents considered as part of the trial materials, that's not the process. You're going to file that with the clerk of the court and give notice to the right parties, that sort of thing.
My legal notice for my lawful name change, because I put it on the record that I'm a Moorish American national and I'm not an American or a U.S. citizen. Excuse me. I'm a man of the land. I'm native to the land. So a lot of these rules that the state of Michigan is creating is not applicable to me.
Good morning, all.
And I was trying to do respect with the court and let the court know since the beginning.
I had to jump on early because Samir Siraj Morrow Bay show.
Okay, quiet.
Stop. Might have to redo the stream.
Yes, you will.
All right. I want you to take Mr. Perdue into custody. We're going to execute the 3 bench warrants.
Go arrest his ass.
We'll take him to jail and we'll make an arrangement later to discuss.
Are you arresting me right now?
They're trying to do it now.
Wow. I did not expect this. I was here for LC.
St. Joe County Jail, here in St. Joe County, and I'm going to hold on to you and we'll free $1,000 bonds until we can review your contempt and the other things we need to deal with.
You're going to jail.
You need to do it right. You need to show up when you're supposed to show up. You need to follow the rules of evidence and procedure. You don't just come in and say, I'm my own country, I'm going to do what I want. So you're going to jail.
I was unaware.
The bond is $3,000 per file, and I will talk with you later.
You go, Judge Middleton.
Right now
It's the judge. Go, Judge.
Jail.
And goodbye.
Deal with him, Deborah, when we have more time. But he's clearly in contempt. And,
Yeah, clearly.
He is his own person, so he isn't representing himself. He is himself. We'll see if we can sort that out.
Well,
I doubt we could sort it out because he's an idiot, but well, an idiot that we get to laugh at. Surprisingly, though, this isn't the last time this brainiac extraordinaire decides to get his ass in Judge Middleton's court. Sometimes some people you just have to look at them and go, really? You're really that many cans short of a six-pack? When the deity you may or may not believe in was saying, I'm handing out brains today, you go, no, I'm good, I don't want to train. You know, that kind of a person. As we approach level 44. Mike, apologies, I'm having trouble getting the next appearance loaded. Do you have it over there? Meantime, we're on level 44 of the tower. Heading on up. So, Kira for Blade. Arachne makes Sia be the one to get the last rites. The heal to boost back Astaroth. The pet potion to get basically everybody else. And the last of the doubles on 45. So we'll do the blade and the shield. There we go. Treasure chest, the penultimate treasure chest. Of course, the last one is right at the very top at 50. So we get some advisors, 8 of them. The penultimate fight, the last one is at 49. We're at 47. And there we go. We'll use her right at the top of 49 to heal him. Do a full skip. No reason to waste any more head coins. And to our final fight. As we always say, it's time to proverbial open the tower and let her all run dry. Remember, the Winterfest Winter's Tale is the new weekly. That will be the last week of Winterfest. Make sure you do cash in as many more Winterfest skin gifts as you would like before they go away and basically get locked away behind the Winterfest paywall for another year of skins that you can't otherwise get. As we finished our tower, we'll get our tower prize. There we go. And Gru is shooting off some Gru works, aka fireworks. Holiday every day, we will now be able to pick up our searching for secrets, aka the tower levels. That'll give us a king of the party. The one king of the party automatically gives us a second king of the party. So 22. You have an egg. So one more egg round plus either of those gifts would trigger the last 6 and 15. If you go that far. How many eggs do we have? Let's see. We have... Scroll down. 3. We need 2 more eggs. Yeah, let's join Gru. As we join Gru, let's go back.
And also, I just
to Mr. Moore Purdue.
I'm making a special appearance.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, no, you're not making a special appearance. You're an idiot. We know you're an idiot. Stop being an idiot.
Otherwise, and you wish to represent yourself in this matter. When we discussed this last time, I said if you're going to represent yourself, then you need to do it right. You need to show up at the appointed time, which you have done.
For once.
If you have pleadings you wish to file, you have to file them and provide a copy to the prosecutor, which you have done. So let me go through the things that you filed with the court and see if Ms. Davis agrees. You filed one of these, I think, for each case. There's one called Exhibit 1, Affidavit of Fact, Writ of Discovery. For the 20073 case and the civil infraction that's attached to that. Then you filed a writ of discovery affidavit of fact in each of the cases. Does that document require me to make any ruling or anything, or you simply wanted to have that on file?
Your Honor, and before he responds that, I don't have any of those in my files.
You don't?
No.
You came to the courthouse. You didn't get these?
No.
No, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Talked about them each time to him, but he has not provided any to our office.
Of course not.
Well,
that's against rules.
On 11.5 by 14 paper, it's hard to find something to prove it, but I will make sure that you get a copy of each of these documents.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was surprised by it.
On base. Anyway, regarding the writs of discovery affidavit of fact, is there anything you want me to do with that, or you simply wanted to place that on file?
I had to. So everything I do, I have to place it on public record, so I let everyone know what's going on. So
how about opposing counsel?
So I basically
you don't know, because then they actually might be able to do something, Mike.
So I can let the court know what's going on prior to me being there. So you have to know
I've accepted these. They've been date stamped December 1st. They're placed in the on-base filing system, and I will provide copies of each of these to the prosecutor. Those are on file.
But also, it's my understanding.
Shut up, sir.
What else you filed? You filed a document called 1508 point, specifically mentioned identification documents 18 U.S.C. 1028.
Oh boy.
And an accompanying House resolution.
Yes.
Accompanying House resolution.
You filed a position statement of certification from the Pennsylvania House of Representatives from 1933 1900 law.
From the wait a minute. Not only is it Pennsylvania when this court case is being done in Michigan, but it's from 1933, in the middle of the Great Depression. In Pennsylvania, you can't even find Michigan 33, eh? Oh, jeez. Now, Mike, I know you're in the Chicago, Michigan area, but geez, come on.
I've received that, date stamped it, and I will provide a copy to the prosecutor.
Sweet. Thank you.
Provide a copy of the Constitution of the United States of America.
God damn! I want to file as one of my evidences to the court, Your Honor, a copy of the Constitution. I want to file a copy of the Constitution.
The North Continent, the preamble and the Constitution, and you also provided a copy of the Bill of Rights.
Oh, the Bill of Rights is in there too, Mike.
Those, but I'll accept it for filing and you also filed a document called Legal Notice, Name Declaration, Correction, Proclamation, and Publication.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yes.
And sealed. And I've received that, date stamped it, and we'll provide a copy to the prosecutor. Then you filed something called United Nations Declaration of Rights of Indigenous Peoples.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That's
a tongue twister.
29-page document.
29 pages.
Nations. I'm not sure when the date it is, 2007. And that's also date stamped December 1st, and a copy will be provided to the prosecutor. Then you filed a copy.
Oh God, we'll get more.
Treaty of Peace and Friendship.
Of course.
Of course.
1787 between Morocco
Get out of the Moroccan peace and friendship bullshit.
And that is a 4-page copy, apparently, of the treaty from 1787. Again, that's date stamped. It's been received for filing. We'll provide a copy to the prosecutor.
You can wear your feds, Mike.
All right. So I've accepted your filings. You wish them to be on the record, and they are.
Thank you very much.
We have some things we have to discuss.
But also,
shut up, sir.
What else did you want to say?
I apologize. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Yes, you were.
But also, it's from my understanding that all affidavits must be answered, or else they stand in law, as law.
No.
So I'm hoping.
Mike, no, right?
And that
no. I'm assuming no.
That you all will review all my documentation and answer to my affidavit, please.
All right, let me rule on that. This is not a legal document per se. It's not a motion. It's not a. It's just a declaration that there is no answer. I've accepted them for filing. I'm not requiring the prosecutor to file an answer, and the court won't be filing any answer. But I've accepted your documents. So that's my ruling on that.
Thank you, Middleton.
All right, let's go through this.
But I also challenged jurisdiction from day one, and that was never here.
You've made your motion, and
No, it's not a motion.
All right, well, I decline your challenge of jurisdiction.
But you don't have the authority to. You have to prove jurisdiction. You have to physically prove jurisdiction with like paperwork and documentation. It's not because you just want it. And I mean that respectfully.
Well, certainly they have to prove venue, which is where the crime committed at trial. But you made a motion, and I declined it. So you can appeal it if you're convicted.
In other words, you can shut the fuck up.
These objections for appeal. Right now, you're presumed to be not guilty. You haven't been convicted of anything.
Oh, I want him to be guilty.
You're challenging these things by answer. I've denied them. If you are convicted, you would have a right to appeal your denial of your motions. So I'm preserving each of your motions, but I'm denying them. But if you wish to appeal it, if eventually you're convicted, you have a right to do that. So that's how that works. All right.
But also for the record, they're not motions; they're affidavits of facts.
Oh, right. Shut up.
Okay, I'll accept them as affidavit of facts. You preserved your objection. Now, there's 3 separate incidents where you allegedly were driving, and at least 2 of them you were speeding. The prosecutor has filed a motion to join all of those 3 cases in one trial. your response to that? She's saying rather than have 3 separate jury trials on this, I request to join them all for one trial.
All for one trial.
Absolutely.
You're entitled under the law to have 3 separate trials. One for the January 21 case, one for the November of 20 case, and one for the October or September of 20 case. There are 3 separate incidents. Prosecutor contends they show a pattern of continuing to drive without a valid Michigan license.
That's
sure
because
do.
they do.
She's moved to join them, but it's your right to have them tried at a time. That's what you wish. So the prosecutor filed a motion to join them into one trial. Do you have a position on that?
Well, I definitely requested trial by my national peers, but I know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. You're not to be an idiot.
No, I don't want them all to be combined.
So the defendant objects. Ms. Davis, you wish to speak to that?
Your Honor, I stand on my pleadings as filed. I filed a motion with a brief attached acknowledging the court rule under which we're seeking this. For judicial efficiency or cost involved with these and the facts themselves, I believe that the court should join them together to have one trial. Thank you.
All right. One wrinkle to this, Mr. Marlbay, is if you have one trial, the prosecutor gets one shot at convicting you. You have to be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. We have one trial, it's all over at one trial. If there's 3 separate trials, they have 3 separate attempts to prove the charge. So that's something to consider. However,
Understood.
I'm going to grant your objection. It certainly would be more judicially efficient to join these into one trial and do it in one day. But there's substantial prejudice if there's a trial and the jurors know that you've done this 3 times in 70 or 80 days. Your defense is essentially the same to all 3 cases, but I think your risk of prejudice outweighs the prosecutor's desire to do this in a one case efficient manner.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
I see.
All right, so we'll set these all for the same day, but we're gonna only do one at a time. Now, the next step.
Now, if I wanted to change this at a later date, is that a thing I could do, or is that just
No, I guess if you change your mind and decide I'm gonna set all 3 cases for the same day, but unless you agree, we're only gonna try one case. Let's say, for example, we set all 3 cases and Officer so-and-so is having a baby on that day. And they ask for an adjourn that. We could adjourn that and try one of the other cases. So we're going to set all 3 to make sure we can do at least one. And if you change your mind and you agree to have them joined into one case, you need to tell us by a certain date. Now, Deborah, I've been looking at the dates. I've already scheduled, we lost the jury day we had set for this because Mr. Marlbay didn't show up for the pretrial. So we lost that.
I don't know. It's a good question.
One of these.
Yes, he did, Mike.
We've scheduled everything.
The question was asked, did he bond out?
Takes us to March 9th. That's a Wednesday. Mr. Marlbay, are you available on Wednesday, March 9th?
March 9th? I will be.
Gonna check his extensive schedule, I'm sure.
For Wednesday, March 9th, 2022 at 8:30. All 3 cases will be set for the same time. If defendant wishes to have them join, you have to tell us by February 25th.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Absolutely.
can I stall some more?
Already, when we had these cases set for trial the first time. But let's go through these one by one, Deborah. The earliest case in time,
Huh?
Hold on, Judge
September
is
of
trying to find his
20.
paperwork.
I think my on base needs to reconnect, so it might take me a second here. I don't believe anything has changed about the witness list, though, if that's what your honor is.
All right, yeah, let's
On base, by the way, is the state of Michigan. It's kind of like AS400 server that handles their court cases.
go through that again. The first case is 20207 that allegedly occurred on September 17th of 20. It charges driving suspended second offense. Who are your witnesses in that case?
Your honor, the on base is frozen and won't let me.
The
do anything right
officer.
now.
That's who it is.
The officer in charge is Brian Steers.
I believe that was Brian Steers and Jesse Raymond, both.
Both deputies.
Yes. Well, Sergeant Steers.
And your exhibit will be a certified driving record?
Yes, your honor. There's also a dash cam.
So so I'm assuming.
Just a minute.
Shut up, Mr. Perdue.
Perdue, have you been provided with a dash cam video of that incident?
Well, my name is Mr. Bay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bay.
Come
And I
on.
have not.
We discussed this yesterday, your honor, and it was the defendant and I discussed how I would like to have some direction from the court regarding giving him this video with a protective order that he would not disseminate it or use it for anything other than the purpose of preparing for trial.
Yes, I would release it on those conditions. Otherwise, you'd be in contempt. But you're representing yourself, and you're entitled to have. So video will be provided.
Yes, we have them here sitting on the staff's desk, and they did confirm an address that is a proper address for the defendant to be able to mail those out. So those will probably, if the mail hasn't gone out today, if not,
Put
tomorrow.
what you want in the protective order. But Mr. Bay, you can have these videos. You can't disseminate them, share them.
I can
TikTok. You can have them to review and prepare for your defense.
So I
All
can't.
right, that's the first case.
I can't show people that I was traveling in the videos.
Well, you can show it to people at your house, but you
Thank
can't
you,
post it on any social media. If you do, you're going to be in contempt. You can show it to people. You can't post it on any social media.
Oh, just don't be
until this
stupid,
trial is
sir.
completed.
Or make
Wow.
any reproductions of it. Correct.
The next case is 2020. I'm going to bring these next people in and meet them. 202653. That allegedly occurred on November 25th of 2020. That contains a speeding charge and a driving suspended charge. What's the status of that?
Your Honor, that case has not been resolved, and on base says it can't connect to the servers, so I'm not sure what's going on.
John Hoffmeister, this is the Michigan State Police case.
There were 2 other troopers that assisted and responded, and there is a dash cam for that one. Yes.
All right, same thing, same protective order. Well, you're entitled to have the evidence that the prosecutor intends to introduce against Mr. Bay. I'd give you a piece of advice. There are a couple of speeding cases in here. The most important speeding case, which sets out the standard the prosecutor has to meet, is called People versus Ferency. I don't have the citation. It's Ferency. I suggest you may wish to take a look at that case. We've got Hoffmeister and 2 other troopers.
Okay.
Ferency. All right, then the last case, or the most recent case, is 2021. Allegedly occurred January 1st, 31st. It charges driving suspended and false license. And I believe there's also speeding attached to that. Ms. Davis, the complaining officer in that case is Jesse Raymond.
That one might have Sergeant Steers, who was in the front seat with him, if that was in the village of Centerville. And there is a dash cam for that one.
All right, so certified driving record, dash cam.
So this court doesn't recognize the right to travel?
Yes, it does.
You know what the right to travel is, right? Thompson versus Smith, the right to travel.
Right. Or yes, I recognize the right to travel. I don't recognize the right to drive without a license and go 84 miles an hour and 55 mile an hour. So you have a right to travel. You don't have the right to drive. Is where you and I have a fundamental disagreement.
Speeding, driving without a license, wrong plates, no registration, no tags, etc., has all been ruled as non-arrestable offenses, and I've been arrested.
Yes.
Yes, you're an idiot, sir.
Cap-
By the way, the quote-unquote right to travel that El Moron here refers to was basically where states back when we had our 13 original colonies and like would put restrictions preventing somebody from coming from, say, state of Pennsylvania to the state of North Carolina or something. The right to travel basically says that as a citizen of the United States, there is no legal course to have a restriction preventing anyone of any of the U.S. states to travel to any of the other U.S. states, is what it is. It does not, however, have anything to do with what mode of transportation one gets to use. And that's where Moron McVeigh here and most sovereign citizens epically fail on.
Al versus Farley. These are court case documents right here that we keep ignoring. I don't know why we keep ignoring these.
Because they don't have
they're
anything
from Virginia,
to do.
they don't apply.
Oh, that too.
The right to travel was ruled in the Supreme Court.
Okay, I'm familiar with it.
Anyway, shut up, sir.
You can't just gloss past it, though. I mean, because you have to.
All right. So you made a motion. We'll just accept it as this. I'll put it in order. Your motion to dismiss regarding the right to travel is denied.
Thank you.
And so that also preserves your motion. You can appeal on that issue if you are convicted. So
I didn't file a motion.
Then shut up.
Then file a motion if you want to argue it.
But I didn't.
I was gonna say, then shut the hell up.
Now you're saying, so I'll accept your oral motion.
And then deny it.
Motion.
God damn him, Mike.
affidavit, whatever it is,
Yes.
regarding the right to travel
And then deny it because you're an idiot.
is denied.
Thank you.
Your Honor, so that the court is aware, I did speak to the defendant about this issue with discovery materials and potential exhibits yesterday via telephone. But the people intend to file a motion in limine based on Michigan Rules of Evidence 403 for exclusion of evidence based on confusion or waste of time. Again, I haven't seen all of these documents that he is intending to present, but once I do see them, I suspect that we will be filing a motion in limine to have them excluded from any discussion during trial.
Yeah, I believe so.
21 days to file a motion, and he has 21 days to respond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Bay, you also have 21 days to file any further motion.
I know. That's the affidavit I sent you. That's what it said. You have 21 days to respond.
I just responded to it. I denied it. I'm advised that I got
You have to deny it in paper. You have to send me something in writing with Samir Bay on it, and you have to deny me as a national because I was traveling as a free national.
All right, I'll put that in order.
All right, let's do it. Remember, it's 9 times. You get that 5,000 for it. Plus, then you're also going to get a totem.
9 doesn't work.
Let's do that.
Addison's Day. Does March 2nd?
Honestly, I don't want to come back to none of these courts. I would love for y'all to actually uphold the law and not try to uphold these statutes against me. So I don't really choose to. The only reason why I'm even showing up is because if I don't show up, you're gonna send your private mercenaries to come get me, and I don't have time for that. I have a family to take care of. So that's the only reason why I'm even giving this a time of day.
It's interesting. You want me to uphold the law, but you don't want me to uphold the statutes.
Yeah, no.
These aren't private mercenaries. They're sworn deputies employed by the County of St. Joseph. Anyway, I didn't bring these charges, Mr. Marlbay. The Sheriff's Department or the individual departments filed them. The prosecutor is prosecuting, and you're the defendant. You also wish
I'm not
to
a
represent
defendant.
yourself. So I'm going to do.
And I can't represent myself.
Schedule this.
Shut up, sir.
I'm going to do this for March 2nd, 2022 at 8:30. All 3 cases. Deborah, I would just inquire, was there a plea offer?
Your Honor, after speaking with the defendant yesterday, the people would offer that if he were to plead in each case to allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code and acknowledge the speeding violations, we would dismiss the remainder.
Holy crap. It's actually a beyond awesome offer. Jump on it! Jump on it now! By the way, while we got it muted real quick, Water Titan deal their Blessing of the Deep, which goes in and deals damage to nearby enemies, but also goes in and heals Titans in need of healing.
Could you repeat that?
Sure. If you would plead to the misdemeanor of allowing another person to violate the motor vehicle code in the 3 open cases, we would dismiss all of the driving suspended, the registration, all of those, but you would also have to acknowledge the 2 speeding tickets and pay the fine for the infraction on those.
He's posted quite a bit of bond. I think there might be bond money to apply, but let's talk about what that means, Mr. Bay.
Okay.
Driving suspended is a misdemeanor. Driving suspended second is punishable by up to a year in jail. Driving suspended first is punishable by up to 93 days in jail. They both carry 2 points on your driving record, and they require that your license be suspended. This is an interesting plea offer from the prosecutor.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of takes me a little bit by surprise.
Really by surprise.
To dismiss all of the driving suspended charges for a plea to 3 charges of allowing another to violate the It's a kind of a peculiar statute. It's under the Michigan traffic code. It's found at 257.326. It's called allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. It's punishable by a fine of up to $90 to up to $100 and up to 90 days in jail. This is important. It carries no points, and it does not go on your driving record. It doesn't go on your Michigan driving record, and it doesn't carry any points. I can't think of the last time I put somebody in jail for allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code, but
I think if anybody, it would be our individual here. But since we are running long and I don't want to make this a 2-hour super episode, we will cut it there. We'll come back tomorrow night to pick up this and his final appearance for Mr. Morrow Bay, aka Mr. Purdue. For it. In the meantime, make sure, of course, you do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to those 5,000 views so Boxy pays attention. 1,000 subscribers so YouTube and Google pay attention. As you can see, we are just about there, and I'll make one more check at the Midnight in the Desert Part 3 deal. Remember, we wanted to hit that 20% here on the 1st of January. So if you haven't, make sure you watch a few videos, get a few friends too. Of course, coinbase.com/join/Steve Parsley. Get your $10 free in Bitcoin to make purchases, whether they be for emeralds. Emeralds, Valkyrie's Favor, special offers like this one right over here, or anything else you would like to get. Of course, Coinbase Earn, 2-minute lessons, 1-question quizzes, get more crypto to make even more purchases without going money in your pocket. Until part 3, where we talk survival on Midnight in the Desert with Art Bell. May your new world situation always be great, and release the Krakens. See you overnight for Midnight in the Desert.